Many people are asking how IT industry is storing data. If you have a small amount of data, for example, I wanted to store students' data or employees of 100 people data. Normally, we're going to be creating an Excel sheet with the student ID, student name, student location, student phone number. All the 100 students of data will be stored in the Excel sheets, right? When you have a small amount of data, KB of data, megabyte of data, we are going to be storing in Excel sheets. But think about Amazon company, think about State Bank of India. Every day they are going to be getting lakhs of transactions. Millions of products are going to be sold in Amazon.com. So every day you will have GBs of data. That much of a data Amazon company cannot store in Excel sheets or the files. That is where IT industry is invented a technology called SQL, called as a database management system, or it is also called as a relational database management system. If you wanted to store a lot of gold, we are going to be using a gold banks. If you have a lot of blood, if you wanted to store that, we're going to be using blood banks. But if you have a large amount of data, if you wanted to store, we are going to use data banks called as a database. We have today lot of databases softwares are available, such as Oracle, SQL Server from Microsoft, Sybase and Teradata, MySQL. Lot of SQL softwares are available. You can use one of the software to store large amount of GBs of data. Now you assume that every month you are getting 500 GB of data. 12 months of data, 500 GB into 12, it will become 6000 GB per year. When you convert into terabytes, 6000 GB, approximately 6 terabytes of data 1 year, into 10 years of data, it will become 60 terabytes of data. So Amazon companies, 60 terabytes of data, they cannot store them in normal SQL or in the RDBMS. That is when IT industry invented one more technology called data warehouse. So data warehouse can be used to store terabytes of data. Clear? But in year 2000 or after year 2000, because of internet is introduced, because of hardware became so cheaper, everybody started buying computers, and everywhere social media is introduced. Suddenly large amount of data got populated. You have a lot of structured data can be stored in the tables, or you have a lot of photos, pictures, audios, images, x-rays. All this data I wanted to store, so this kind of a data started coming in bigger sizes. Clear? Not only this kind of a data, but also we have a lot of semi-structured data, XML data, JSON file data. So image, audio files, video files, this kind of a data is called as unstructured data. So year 2000 onwards, we have three varieties of data: structured data, that is there in table; unstructured or binary data, photos, images, videos, x-rays, all this data; semi-structured data, that is XML, JSON files data, you have to store. But this data is not in the terabytes, it is more than that. So it is started coming in petabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte. This kind of a data is called as unlimited data. Google company has given a special name in year 2003. The special name is called big data. Right? When you have a big data, IT industry is not ready to store the data. Then Apache software company is invented a software called Apache Hadoop. Today we are going to be using Apache Spark to store large amount of data. This large amount of data is going to be analyzed by today lot of AI applications, and they are going to be doing, we are able to see lot of chat GPT, Gemini applications are being developed with the help of this big amount of data. Now, if you think about, what is the size of your, chat GPT data today, it is thousands of Himalayas size. That is the data our Apache Hadoop, Apache Spark is storing, right? So if you want me to summarize, so IT industry is going to be using 4 platforms to store the data. If it is a small data, Excel or any file. If it is a medium size GBs of data, SQL or RDBMS. If it is a terabyte of data, large data, it is going to be data warehousing. If it is a petabyte, zettabyte, a big amount of data, we are going to be using Apache Hadoop and Apache Spark. ChatGPT data coming from Apache Spark only. ChatGPT data is now thousands of Himalayas of data that we are maintaining. I'll give you one more example. If you wanted to go to supermarket from your house, you may go by bike or a cycle because 2 kilometers away. We are going to use a tool called cycle or the bike, or you can go by walk also. But I wanted to go to 500 kilometers from Hyderabad to Mumbai. I wanted to go. I cannot take a cycle or I cannot go by a walk. I cannot take a bike. So I have to change the tool. I'm going to be using a bus or the train or the car to reach Mumbai because the distance is more. Small distance, Excel sheets. Larger distance, larger data, you have to change the tool. SQL is going to come. But I wanted to go from Hyderabad to Dubai or US. Can I go by a train? No, no, no. The distance is more than that. So I'm going to be using a flight. So the data is in GBs. I can use SQL, but the data is in terabytes. Can I use the SQL? No, no, no. I have to use data warehouse. So when the distance is more, we are going to use a flight. But today I wanted to go to moon or the Mars. Can I take a flight and go? Answer is no. I have to change the tool. The tool is called rocket. Now, can I store the unlimited data in a data warehouse? Answer is no. I have to change my tool. I need to change my software, that is Apache Hadoop or a Spark. So if you want to store unlimited data, we have Apache Spark or Hadoop today. So end of the day, IT industry is going to be storing all these platforms being used to store the data. But do you know who's going to be storing this data? The guy is called data engineer. If you wanted to become a data engineer, you can learn SQL, data warehousing or Apache Spark or Apache Hadoop so that you can collect the data from the company, clean the data, store the data into these platforms. You can learn data engineering course within 3 to 6 months of time using a Go online trainings platform. When you practice daily 2 to 3 hours, you can easily get 15 to 20 lakhs of salary packages. For more details, look into the description of this video or call this number and subscribe Go Online Trainings YouTube channel. Thank you guys.